We're going to get started in Georgia today to meet a quarterback who's planning to stay close to home to pursue his NFL dreams.
That's this week's 5-star feature. Brock Vandagriff is a 5-star quarterback at Prince Avenue Christian in Bogart, Georgia. To understand what makes this young man tick, it helps to know a little bit about his family.
As long as I can remember, I was always throwing the football with my dad.
His father, Greg, is the head coach of Prince Avenue Christian, and the Vandagriff family has made a number of stops in Georgia as they've moved wherever Greg's coaching career took them. The whole time, Brock was always getting instruction from his dad.
I coached him forever at all of his sports, just from football to baseball, and that's really the only two we did forever. And I had a strong background in it, and it's one of those things where I looked at it like, a lot of people give their kid, they put them into the family business, and our family business was sports.
I was always the ball boy, and so running up and down the sidelines, trying to gather bits and pieces that I could learn about the game.
The relationships of father, son, and coach-player can be tricky to separate sometimes, and Brock and Greg admit it took them a while to find the perfect balance.
Probably my freshman and sophomore year, he was really strict on me at home, and I finally we sat down. I was like, hey, when we're at home, like you're dad, and it's not all coach 24/7.
And it sort of led to an argument, and I looked at him, and I just sort of saw where this was going, and I just said, Brock, my father wasn't around a lot when I was a kid, and so the number one thing I wanted to be to all three of my kids was their father. And I cared more about being his father than I did about being his coach. And I said, look, if this is going to be a situation where we can't handle me coaching you, I won't coach you, because I want to be your father. And then if I can be your coach, I want to do that too. But I want to be your father more than I want to be your coach. And so I think he learned a little bit. I learned a little bit. I learned to talk about the game when he's ready to talk about it, not when I'm ready to talk about it.
I mean, it's just made our relationship stronger, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
As that relationship has grown stronger, Brock has developed into one of the best high school quarterbacks in America.
If the game's on the line, I like to know that the ball's going to be in my hands. I mean, I like to believe in myself and be the leader of the team, and I think it's an important position. You hold a lot of people's attention all the time, and I wouldn't say it's my team, but I take a strong responsibility that, I'm to lead these players on Friday nights, and I like being the lead guy.
One thing that sets him apart is his strength. The 6'3", 205-pounder has been dedicated to the weight room for years.
It goes back to the leadership thing. I have to be in the weight room. I have to be doing all the reps, and I told myself in 7th or 8th grade, heck, if I'm going to be in here all these times showing people that I'm bought in, I'm willing to do what they're willing to do, why not get good at it?
And I wanted Brock to understand that you can be a 4-star kid or a 5-star kid or a 3-star kid, but you can have this talent, you still need the weight room. And he just sort of bought into that whole mentality that you have to be strong to play football.
The things in the weight room is that it's one of the things in life that you're going to get direct results. Like, you're doing this exercise right here. Next week, you'll probably see results. The week after that, you'll see results. He says the iron never lies, because if you can't move the iron, then that's it.
The film doesn't lie either. The big arm, the mobility, and the poise in the pocket are all easy to see. Although Brock's junior season was limited to 8 games due to injury, he still threw for more than 2,400 yards and 31 touchdowns. College coaches have been noticing his potential for a while. He committed to Oklahoma in the summer of 2019, but now he's decided to make the short trip to Athens to play for the Georgia Bulldogs. Why the change of heart? It all comes back to his family, and it started with an innocent comment at Thanksgiving dinner.
And just sitting around Thanksgiving, one of them made a comment, hey, I hope to see you play once a year, and I think that just sort of hit home to wow, my family, including us, it was going to be very challenging, finishing a football game on a Friday night, trying to get there Saturday morning was going to be, more than challenging trying to get to Norman, Oklahoma. So he just heard, he heard their heart, and I think it affected his heart.
I just decided that maybe we're going to sacrifice the best fit, as in the Oklahoma offense, for proximity to home. I'm really close with my family. I love being close to home. And Athens is home now, so just being closer to family and home is just the main thing. And Coach Smart, they did a great job with their program, and I think Coach Monken's going to bring a great deal of new things to the offense.
Now with his family just a 15-minute drive away from his future home games, Brock is looking forward to his career as a Bulldog and hopefully reaching his long-term goals.
Being able to play early, it's a goal of probably every quarterback out there, but it's not really one of my top goals, top priorities, because I don't want to get thrown out into the fire. I want to be prepared. I want to know I'm ready. I want to have the playbook memorize. I want to know inside and out. And Coach Monken and my dad always tell me that whenever you know the plays, you know your reads, you're able to play fast. So because you know what you're doing. As long as the game takes me is what I want to do. Just I'm gonna ride this dream out of mine for as long as I can, as long as it will allow. Just hopefully be safe, play well in college, hopefully get the chance to get drafted and live that out.
If that's the dream and that happens, it's going to be awesome. Right now, we try to take it one day at a time.
Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.